Hi, welcome to James Miller Lifeology, where you learn to simplify and transform your life. My name is James Miller. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and a composer. Today's episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Get your free audiobook and a free 30-day trial at www.audibletrial.com/James Miller Lifeology. In today's episode, I wanted to speak with you about overcoming the holiday blues. This episode today is actually being recorded on Thanksgiving Day. But I wanted to speak to those people who perhaps get really nostalgic or really depressed and sad and lonely during the holiday season. Of course, we all celebrate different holidays. But it's necessary for each of us to be proactive in how we're going to plan and celebrate that day. Yes, things may have changed in your past. You may not have certain people with whom you hung out with or certain family or friends, or maybe just even feeling lonely. But it's necessary for you to be proactive. And so what I always like to teach people to do is plan for the holidays. And so what that means is, if you're going to spend it by yourself, and unfortunately if that's where your situation is for today, that's absolutely okay. Because the workaround is this. If you can plan for what that day is actually going to look like, it takes all of that emotional energy, that emotional sadness, whatever it might be feeling, and it makes it proactive. It externalizes it to something actionable. So I want you to plan what time are you going to wake up? Are you going to cook? What are you going to cook? What time are you going to eat? What's going to be the entertainment in the background? Is there a new cocktail you want to try? Or what are the specific things you're going to do all throughout the day? And so it's really important for you to plan out the day as much as you can. Because if you can create an itinerary for yourself, it helps you actually celebrate the day. Another thing to really think about is if you can sit down and maybe remember certain traditions or really good memories that you had, is there any way you can relive that? Can you recreate that tradition, even if it's by yourself? Or maybe recreate that memory of doing something that you may have done in your yesteryears. And so there are ways to use our historical past in our current moment. But you have to be actionable. You have to actually do it. So the more planning you have, the more successful you're going to be. And I found historically that even though the holiday season itself can be overwhelming for people, the actual days which are the worst are the day before the holiday, the actual day of the holiday, of course, and then the day after. And then after that, the holiday blues start to leave. So be encouraged that even though you may feel overall that the holiday season is difficult for you, but the difficult days will only be those 3 days. So I'm confident you're going to get through this. And remember, just because you're experiencing that this holiday season doesn't mean that your next holiday season is going to be that way. If you emotionally forecast is how you think your future is going to be, then it will be that way. But just remember, there's always an end to this, and you will get through it. Thank you so much for watching James Miller Lifeology. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. Also, if you've not yet gone to my website, jamesmillerlifeology.com, you can listen to my latest podcast. My upcoming podcast is going to be with Marissa Lantieri. She just left the corporate world and started her own business, and we're going to be discussing ways to recognize and obliterating mediocrity in your life. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon.